Every man in this room is counting on you. And every player that's ever worn this helmet is counting on you. I didn't have an easy experience. I didn't come in as a top-rated recruit. I didn't come in with the opportunity to play right away. I had to earn it. And you know what the greatest honor I've ever received as a player is? In my 4th year and my 5th year, I was named team captain. That, to this day, is the single greatest achievement I've ever had as a football player. And after 14 years, I love the game more than I've ever loved it. But where did I learn to love for the game? Where did I learn to practice? Where did I learn to compete? It was sitting in the same chairs that you guys are sitting in today.
Tom, what do you think makes a good ball player?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I'd like to introduce my starting quarterback from this past season, Tom Brady. If any colleges or coaches are interested in seeing more of Tom, we have a whole list of past plays that you can sort of look over the 10-game period of last season.
When you watch Tom, you saw this tall, gangly-looking kid, looked like having ever seen a weight room. Ran a 5.2 something. One of the slowest quarterbacks in the combine. Does he wow you throwing the ball? Mm-mm. There were some other guys that could shoot it, and he had just an okay arm.
Okay, T.
Did his coaches at Michigan really stand on the table and say, this is the greatest thing since Joe Montana? No, not even close. They had to decide if it was he or Drew Henson.
This is the draft report on you. Basically, it goes poor build, skinny, lacks great physical stature and strength,
lacks mobility and ability to avoid the rush, lacks a really strong arm, can't drive the ball downfield, does not throw a really tight spiral.
System type player who can get exposed if forced to add lift.
and gets knocked down easily.
That kind of gets me fired up because I'm thinking, what the hell do these people know? I mean, that sounds like Joe Montana right there.
You name the guys that were picked ahead of you, Tom?
The quarterbacks, Chad Pennington was picked in the 1st round. Chris Redman was picked in the 3rd round. Giovanni Carmazzi was picked in the 3rd round, I think. T. Martin was picked in the 5th round. Spurgeon Wynn was picked. There was one other guy, a small school guy, Mark Bolger.
But
I mean, I was a backup quarterback on an 0-8 freshman high school team. I didn't even play. We didn't win a game, and I couldn't even get on the field. I was kind of a late bloomer, recruited to Michigan late, started as a 7th quarterback. Had to work really hard to even play. Thought, oh man, I'll make being pro football. Got drafted in the 6th round. No one thought I'd make the team.
That's what I drive.
Yeah, it still does. I mean, I think now it's like, wait a minute, now you guys want me to stop playing? No, this is when I'm having fun. Now is the time where I get to do, really enjoy it. I always had a lot of belief in myself, and I always tell a lot of young quarterbacks, you don't believe in yourself. Why do you think those guys who are looking at you are going to believe in you? When you step in that huddle, they better look at you and go, man, that guy's ready to get the job done. Because if they don't see that, then they're going to start questioning, oh my God, I don't think that guy can get the job done. So you got to believe in what who you are, what you do, what you bring to the team. And then if you do that, they're going to feed off that as well.
There's a lot of different elements that lead you to, different levels of success. And I think for me, I've always tried to be very consistent and dependable. And knowing that the team was going to get a certain level of performance out of me every day, not just in the games, but in practice as well, because they need to count on me and they got to trust me. It's something that's really earned, and I think you got to show up every day with a great attitude, with a great commitment to winning. There's really no days off, and that carries from spring workouts, summer workouts, Wednesday during week 4, or it could be the week of the Super Bowl. There's an intensity to what we're trying to accomplish, and if you want to be truly great, you've got to bring it every day.
You have to, first of all. But we all have experiences that we dream about and that we look forward to. And when we get them, they don't always go our way. I learned that as a freshman on the football field just outside of this gym. And again, I learned it as a second-year player who finally got a chance to play in college.
Unfortunately, I learned it 3 weeks ago in our loss to the Giants in Super Bowl 46. But I've always been blessed with the support of my family and friends, and also with coaches that committed their best to me. And with each opportunity came an understanding of the things that it takes to be successful. And often this happens through trial and error, and sometimes through outright failure, because Lord knows I made plenty of mistakes. So whether I was learning through watching, as I did my freshman year at Sarah, or playing and making mistakes over the course of my career, I've continued to learn to embrace every hardship and to seize every opportunity on and off the field. The owner of my current team, Robert Kraft, has told me time and time again, every bump is a bounce. So when I learned very quickly as a professional was that your job is always on the line. I'm in a what have you done for me lately type business. As in all businesses, there are disclosures. In investments, it says past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Well, that pretty much sums up the NFL. And there are always going to be younger and hungrier athletes competing to take your spot. I got my opportunity when incumbent starter Drew Bledsoe got injured in my second year. And all of the practices and meetings and time spent on these fields and in this gym and in those classrooms prepared me to take advantage of the opportunity.